Hi guys. Today I will be talking about what happened in the last market last week, the psychology behind the trading that we took last week. On DXY, we were looking at how the market was correcting, this nature of correction went back up, this nature of correction double top around this area that pushed the market downward. Then this is a double top, the kind of double top that I used to, a double bottom that I used to like. They said double bottom around here plus this one. That's like a triple bottom that pushed the market upwards. So last week, my thought was that because this double top is what brought the market down. So last week, my thought was that this is a double top around this area, and this has not given a base yet because a monthly candle has not yet formed around this area. So that was my thought. That was my psychology behind last week trading. So I was thinking that the market is going to break this level. Notwithstanding, this is a mid-range zone around this area, so I should be more careful, which I took a loss around this area, almost a loss, kind of a loss around this area. Then we'll come back to our weekly time frame. What is the weekly time frame doing? This was what I was thinking about as of last week. So this is a double top, this inverse head and shoulder pattern around this area that failed to push up. Then the market corrected and came back, corrected and came back. So this was a retest back to structure around this area. So I was thinking that the market is going to continue downwards as of last week, but the market failed to continue downwards. So it rejected around this area. So this is now giving us like a triple bottom around this area. So the market push up, which I had, we had a stop loss around this pair. Then we'll come back to our daily time frame. What is our daily time frame saying? Our daily time frame was this was what I failed to understand on the daily time frame. When I saw a lower high from this when I saw a higher high from this low around this area, I should be more careful. And when I saw multiple daily consolidation around this area, if you count the candles around this area, we have one, we have two, we have three, we have four, we have five, we have six daily candles consolidation around this area. This should have given me a signal for a buy. But I was like kind of skeptical about it because initially I was seeing this trade as a double top around this area because this is now looking, initially this was looking like an inverse head and shoulder pattern, but this now came back down and this engulfing candlestick around this area. So I was thinking this was a double top. So next time, what I'm going to be doing is this. I'm going to be very careful. I'm going to be checking the consolidation and the 4-hour time frame, the nature of the previous correction. We have a push, we have a correction, we have a push, we have a correction for a continuation to the upside. So on the daily time frame, I should be very careful. I should be I should pay more attention to this kind of consolidation when the market is going downward. So in a short term, in a layman term, means that the market could easily change. The market could easily change during the week. So the next bet on the psychologist I'm going to be looking at is EURUSD. EURUSD on the initially that was the same thing I was looking at. On EURUSD is a little bit different from the XY. EURUSD I was looking like this market will continue going up. Why? Because we have a push. We have a push here, triple bottom that pushed the market upwards. Then we have a correction downwards. We have a double top around this area that pushed the market downwards. So we have this level around this area. Then we have, I was looking like this is going to test, after testing this mid-range zone for the correction, I was looking like this is going to continue upwards because monthly candle actually closed bullish as well. So we'll come back to our weekly time frame. On our weekly time frame, this was what I failed to understand. Initially, I was looking at price, that the price came. This was a push, this was a correction, this was a push. And this is also looking like a correction to test the structural region around this area. So I was looking, and this is now looking like a correction and a bullish engulfing candlestick pattern for a continuation to the upside. But price failed to do that. So what I fail to understand in this area is this. price has corrected. This was a rejection. This is a weak rejection. So you can call this a manipulation on the weekly time frame. And price has failed. One, two, three, four candles has failed to close above this level. Four weekly candles have failed to close above this level. So next time I should be very careful around this area, because when a four weekly candle close above a specific level, that area should be an area of concern. So that is why it's not surprise to me that the market just simply reversed around this area. So when we come back to our daily time frame, however, you remember that thing that is a weak rejection. All this is looking like a candle, a heavy candle on the daily time frame. Like it's looking like I was still convinced, a little bit convinced. You know why I was convinced? Because I was like telling to myself that before the market is going to push downward, it's going to come and at least give me a double top around this area. So that was my mindset. That was what was strong about my mindset. So I was looking for a double top around this area, or double top at least around this area for a continuation to the downside. But if you check properly on the weekly time frame, you're going to see that this is already a double top. This is already a double top around this area. So that was what was the trap that was sent to me as of last week. That was why we took a loss around this area as of last week. But let's see what the market is going to do. But when we entered this trade around this region, a correction around this region, we had this significant push towards the upside. If I was coming back to my 4 hour time frame, I should have knew that this market does not want to continue upward. So I would have gone out for break even around this region. But I was kind of still sure, because of what I'm seeing on the daily time frame, that the price does not reverse like this, which is actually true. But on the weekly time frame, it's already giving me a double top using this area. So this push was where I'm supposed to come out of break even if I was checking the 4 hour time frame. Because if you come back here, if you see a drop to the downside, you're going to see a correction. This is just like a retest of the structural region for a continuation to the downside. So that's what I'm looking at. That's my trick, the psychological tricks of last week. That was what I saw, and that was why we took a loss around this area. Then the next pair that I'm going to be looking at is BTC. BTC is still consolidating, just like we said last week. It's still looking bearish in my eyes. Then last week, the market did not really do anything significant. We have a push. We have a push to the upside. We have a correction. We have a push. We have a correction. We have a push. We have a correction. So I'm looking for price to come back. The price is it's not looking bullish. Yes, it's still looking bearish as of the moment. I'm looking for price to come back and correct around this area significantly for a continuation to the downside. So price is still doing that as of the moment. We have 1 week, 2 weeks, and 3 week candle close as of the moment. So we'll go back to our daily time frame. What is price doing on the daily time frame? It's just simple. I'm just looking for the nature of the previous correction, how the market corrected. We have this correction, we have a drop, we have this correction, we have a drop. So I'm looking for the nature of this correction to form around this area for a drop towards the downside. This is a correction. This is not something to trade as of the moment. Then that was my psychology behind last week trading. So it's still corrective. There's nothing really has significantly changed from last week, from what I said last week. So the next pair that I'm going to be looking at is GDP JPY. GDP JPY on the monthly time frame, I was looking like I did not take the sell. I've missed that sell, because the week was still looking bullish, so I missed that sell. So this whole sell, I missed the sell. Although we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 weekly candle close of more than how many weekly candle close around this region. So I was looking for price to come back and test this level for continuation to the upside, or test this level for continuation to the upside. But because we have not gotten a significant correction yet on the on the weekly time frame. So I'm looking for a kind of a significant correction because of that supply region on the monthly time frame. So when you come back to your weekly time frame, this is what I'm looking at on the weekly time frame. On the daily time frame, price has corrected significantly here. I placed a trade here. I'm looking for price to come back to test this region. Price corrected multiple times around this area, which price is currently doing as of the moment. So I'm looking forward to holding the trade until this area, this neckline region, before we're going to know what price is going to do, because this is a triple top. This can easily be a retest of the neckline for a continuation to the downside, for more correction to the downside. So that was my psychology behind last week trading, so which is really okay. Then the next the next pair that I'm going to talk about is Brent oil. Brent oil, we also took a loss on Brent oil as of last week. We did analyze. My thought process as of last week was this. I knew that this was a double bottom on the monthly time frame, a push towards the upside, and we have a correction. This was looking bearish as of last week. So I was thinking that price wants to come back and test this region around this area, which price already did. I had this mindset that price already tested this area already, this level already. So when I saw this bearish candle again, this second rejection, and also giving me a double top, that was why I was like considering a sell towards the downside. But this level has been tested. That was my initial mistake. So my lesson that I learned here is this. When a level has been tested already, either with weak rejection or with anything, it's okay not to participate in that trade anymore, because that level has been tested. The price can easily reverse from anywhere, which the price did. So if you check, it was looking like really good on the daily time frame, because as of last week it was looking like a double top. This was a good sell towards the downside, but price formed a base around this area. Why? Because this level has been tested already. It's up to the market if it wants to test it again or if it does not want to test it again. So and price decided that it's not going to test that region again and push towards the upside. That's why we took a loss around this area. So what am I looking at presently? I'm going to be posting another video on what I'm looking at on the next trade. So the next pair that I'm going to be checking is AUD New Zealand. AUD New Zealand, however, AUD New Zealand is this. Look at what AUD New Zealand was doing. We checked, we did enter the trade, and this was looking bullish, really bullish on the monthly time frame. Then we'll come back to our weekly time frame. What am I looking at on the weekly time frame? We have a push, we have a correction, we have a push, we have a correction, we have a push, we have a correction. This was actually looking bullish towards the upside, which we took the trade, and price is currently on the daily time frame. Remember that I said that we're going to have a retest of this region, and price came to test this region and it's pushing towards the upside. So we're going to be seeing what next is going to be happening on this pair as of next week. So I think the two trade that we took a loss was Brent oil and EURUSD, so which we've learned from. So that's going to be the end of this analysis as of today. Then we're going to be looking forward to next week, what the price is going